2 ships, gone, seized by Iran, just hours after Trump offered peace. If you've been following this conflict, drop a comment right now. Day 55 just changed everything. Wednesday morning, Strait of Hormuz, the most important waterway on the planet. 3 commercial cargo ships doing what cargo ships do, sailing, carrying goods, following established routes. Completely routine, until it wasn't. Iranian Revolutionary Guard gunboats appeared from nowhere, fast, armed, aggressive. They opened fire on the first vessel, the Amanandas, a massive Greek-owned container ship. No warning, no signal, no chance to comply. Rockets, grenades, bullets shredding through the bridge, the nerve center of the ship, where the captain stands, where navigation lives. Heavy damage reported, crew diving for cover. Then the gunboats turned to the second ship, MSC Francesca, Italian-owned, Panamanian-flagged. They fired at the hull, damaged the accommodation area where the crew sleeps and eats, and forced the entire vessel into Iranian waters. Seized, boarded, taken. The third ship, Euphoria, also came under fire. Projectiles. Chaos. The vessel reportedly stranded near the Iranian coast before later reports suggested it escaped. 3 ships attacked, 2 captured, all in a single morning. And here is the part that should make your jaw drop. This all happened just hours after President Trump extended the ceasefire with Iran and offered more time for peace. Stay with me because what comes next explains exactly how we got here. And it is more complicated than any headline is telling you. Go back to Tuesday, April 22nd. The ceasefire between the United States and Iran was hours away from expiring. 2 weeks of fragile quiet. 2 weeks since American bombs last fell on Iranian soil. 2 weeks of negotiations, back-channel talks, diplomatic maneuvering. And as the deadline closed in, Trump faced a binary choice: resume the bombing or extend the peace. Publicly, Trump had been iron hard. No extensions, no delays. Iran must submit a deal, accept American terms on uranium enrichment, sanctions, Hormuz access, war damages, or the war resumes. I expect to be bombing, Trump told CNBC Tuesday morning. The military is raring to go. Maximum pressure, no room for games. Vice President J.D. Vance was literally on the tarmac, Air Force Two fueled and ready, prepared to fly to Pakistan for the second round of peace talks with Iranian negotiators in Islamabad. And then, silence. Complete silence from Tehran. No response, no delegation confirmed, no counterproposal. Iran's semi-official Tasnim news agency reported that Iranian officials told Pakistan the talks were a waste of time because America would not compromise, would not lift the blockade, would not give Iran what it needed to survive. So why show up? Trump's national security team gathered at the White House Tuesday afternoon to answer one question: what is actually happening inside Iran's government? And their answer was alarming. Iran's leadership is fractured, broken. Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei was killed by American bombs on February 28th. His son, Mojtaba Khamenei, is now supreme leader, young, untested, with zero experience managing a nation under siege. And the factions beneath him cannot agree. Hardliners want war. Reformists want a deal. Military commanders want revenge. Diplomats want sanctions relief. Nobody knows what Mojtaba actually wants, and nobody beneath him is willing to guess wrong. The result? Paralysis. No unified position, no empowered negotiators, no proposal to submit. Iran cannot negotiate because Iran cannot decide. And so Trump posted on Truth Social Tuesday afternoon, based on Iran's fractured government and a personal request from Pakistan's Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif and Field Marshal Asim Munir, the ceasefire is extended, no new deadline. Pakistan asked for more time. Trump agreed. The naval blockade stays. The military stays deployed, but no new bombs. Not yet. Here is what nobody in mainstream media is explaining clearly enough. And this is the part that changes how you understand everything that follows. Trump extended an olive branch on Tuesday. Iran's answer arrived Wednesday morning with gunfire. Irgc gunboats moved into the Strait and attacked 3 ships. The British military's United Kingdom Maritime Trade Operations Center confirmed the Amanandas was hit with no prior warning. Direct contradiction of Iran's claim that ships were warned repeatedly. Iran's parliamentary speaker, Mohammad Bakr Kalibaf, posted Wednesday that reopening the Strait of Hormuz is impossible as long as America's naval blockade continues. His senior advisor, Mehdi Mohammadi, went further, calling Trump's ceasefire extension a deliberate deception, a ploy to buy time for a surprise military strike. Iran's official position is now this: America's blockade is itself an act of war. As long as the blockade stands, the Strait stays closed. Any ship that tries to cross without Iranian authorization will be treated as an enemy. This is not bluster. Wednesday proved it. But here is where it gets truly disorienting. The White House was asked directly, does Trump consider Iran seizing 2 foreign ships a ceasefire violation? Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said no. Those were not American ships, not Israeli ships, just international vessels. The ceasefire, in Trump's narrow interpretation, only protects American and Israeli targets. Everything else is fair game. Greek ships, Italian ships, Panamanian ships, open season. And that ambiguity is now paralyzing global shipping. Captains are refusing Hormuz transits. Cargo is sitting in ports. Oil is trapped. Nobody knows the rules. Nobody knows which flag provides protection. Nobody knows what would actually trigger American bombs again. The economic damage is no longer theoretical. Brent crude hit $100 per barrel Wednesday, double pre-war levels. Lufthansa announced the cancellation of 20,000 short-haul flights through October. Jet fuel costs have doubled since the war began. United Airlines warned profits would fall below forecasts, blaming fuel, blaming Hormuz, blaming the war. The International Energy Agency chief declared this the largest energy crisis in recorded history, larger than the 1973 oil embargo, larger than the Ukraine disruption, larger than anything before it, because this crisis is layered. Hormuz blockage combined with global supply chain collapse, combined with the Russia-Ukraine energy hangover. And the IEA warned that even if the war ends tomorrow, even if Hormuz reopens by next week, the economic damage will take a decade to repair. A decade. Let that land. And while Trump extended patience diplomatically, he simultaneously escalated militarily in a way that should tell you everything about where this is actually heading. The Pentagon announced Wednesday it is deploying thousands of additional troops to the Middle East. A third aircraft carrier group, the USS George H.W. Bush, is now heading to the region, accompanied by 3 missile destroyers, an amphibious assault ship carrying 2,500 Marines, and a dock landing ship. American military personnel in the Middle East now exceed 50,000, a 50% increase from pre-war baseline levels. 2 carrier groups already in position, a third now joining. Trump posted Tuesday night, Iran is collapsing financially. They want Hormuz open. They are starving for cash. This is Trump's strategy in plain language, squeeze until they break. But Iran showed Wednesday it will not break quietly. Iranian state television broadcast footage of Revolutionary Guard members riding atop a Qadr medium-range ballistic missile on a mobile launcher in Tehran. Men with Kalashnikovs, flags, chanting, a missile capable of reaching Israel, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and every American military base in the region. Iran's message was direct. We survived your bombs. We still have missiles. Push us, and we will use them. So here is where day 55 leaves us. Trump extended the ceasefire with no deadline, waiting for Iran to produce a unified proposal. Iran responded by attacking 3 ships and seizing 2. The White House said that does not count as a violation. Vance's Pakistan trip is canceled. Second-round talks have collapsed. Iran says negotiating is pointless. Iran's government remains fractured, unable to form consensus, unable to empower anyone to make a deal. The blockade continues, costing Iran $400 million a day. Oil is at $100. 20,000 flights canceled. The global economy bleeding. And Iran is publicly displaying ballistic missiles while calling the ceasefire a trap. If you are only getting this story from headlines, you are missing the real picture. Share this with someone who needs to understand what is actually happening, because most people have no idea how close this is to exploding. Tell me in the comments, will Iran ever submit a real proposal, or is Trump heading back to bombing? I read every single comment and I reply. This analysis updates every day, so if you are not subscribed yet, now is the time. Hit subscribe so you never miss a daily update when this situation moves. Day 55, 2 ships seized, peace extended, war closer than ever.